counters are things that go on creatures and just stay there. They go on permanents and just stay there, or even players sometimes in some cases for energy and poison. That's not something that's in Yu-Gi-Oh! So, and then there's that. This is actually more difficult to deal with sometimes than flying is. Because Menace means that it's going to hit you a lot. Unless you want to specifically lose 2 things to kill it. So. But I am going to use this card to get rid of that. So I just wanted to do that before I did that. Oh, Bantu, please don't. Please don't ever play Bantu in this fight, because Bantu is a problem. Another thing that has flying that... Wait, I thought that was something else. Also, what's this? Ah, okay. This one's a card you can return from your grave to the battlefield with his activated ability. Yes, Exile is exactly like banishing a card in Yu-Gi-Oh! It is literally the same mechanic, except a different name. What does this one do? Oh, that just comes into play tapped. Okay, I thought it was a different card. Nah, never mind. I need to play that thing, like, now. Because those flying cards are going to be a problem unless I stop them from being a problem. Also, one thing you're gonna notice while I'm doing this. Notice how he has 4 creatures in play. That sucks. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to reset this game. I'm gonna lose. Yeah, there's no way I can win this. I have nothing to stop the Flyers. I'm probably gonna have to reset. I'll actually have this now. That'll help a little bit. I'm gonna need something to stop the flying, because if I don't, I'm dead. Nope. That's gonna be me dead. I'm just gonna restart. This is actually one of the more difficult levels. I dropped a few more. Actually, I dropped 300 more frames. Looks like Kawa left because of the lag. That's much better hand. Holy crap. Keep that. Hell yes, I want to keep that. Oh my god, that hand is so much better. It's my internet. My internet's just being bad. Especially because of where I am right now. Like, this room that I'm in right now is really bad for frame drops sometimes. So... or for internet connection in general, I guess. Should I swing now, or should I Exemplar first? I think I'm gonna Exemplar first, because I don't want him to... Or I could do Never. No, I want to save that for the flying creatures. I'm playing Exemplar. Now, Exemplar, when it enters the battlefield, put 3 -1/-1 counters on creature you control. Whenever it attacks, I get to remove a -1/-1 counter from this, and if I do, I gain a life. I don't know what that symbol means. I'm just going to use it on this one. Ah, that's the zoom out. Okay. No, that was the use it on here. Never mind. If a creature's defense, the second number, ever drops below 1, it dies. And that actually includes certain other things like not simply dropping below there, but also having -1/-1s put on it until it becomes just essentially has no health to begin with. I should play the Crocodile. Because Crocodile has a very nice ability called Haste. Haste means that they ignore Summon Sickness, which means they can attack and tap immediately. Summon Sickness I went over earlier, or I had the game do it for me, I guess. And now I can just do that and attack with everything. And that'll give me back 1 life. And now he has to lose some creatures to kill me. Yeah, monsters have their HP in this game. I just cleared his entire board with 1 attack. I am very happy about that. Defense is not defense in this game, it's health. I mentioned that earlier. Hi! Hi, Bantu's Monument! Oh, I was not looking forward to seeing that card. Okay. That's a dangerous card. So this over here is called Bantu's Monument. It is an artifact. Yeah, okay, I should explain combat now. What happened that turn was that I attacked with 2 creatures. You never attack their monsters, you attack them. You attack only the opponent. Then it's up to them to decide if they're going to have any of their creatures that they have out block your attack and defend their health. So, in the case of what happened that turn, or this turn, he did not block, so I dealt 3 damage to his face. Last turn, I attacked with this thing, and with this one. What they did is they put this blocking this, so this thing dealt no damage to him. All 4 of this thing's attack power that it had at the time went into this single 1 defense creature. So this 1 health creature stopped all 4 damage. That's really important to remember sometimes, unless they have Trample. Trample is an ability that says the rest of it just goes through to their face anyway. What they did, though, was they blocked 1 dude with this, and the other dude with this, this, and this. So they blocked it with 3 creatures, all of which had 1 health. My dude had 5 attack power, so I got to kill all 3 of their cards with that 1 attack. However, all 3 of those cards dealt 1 damage each to my Crocodile. Then, because of the other abilities, they got to use this, 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 and this to put a total of 3 weakening counters on my cards and make a 2/2 token, which is this over here. This thing is just a plain 2/2 creature. It's essentially Scapegoat that makes a 0/0 monster, except this thing's actually more powerful than Scapegoat by a mile. So imagine if you were able to make a token that had 800 attack and defense for free. That's what this thing is. Anyway, that's what this guy did when he died. When I killed this guy, he got to make this token for him. When I killed these 3, they each got to put counters on my creatures. They put 1 counter on this guy to finish killing him off, and the other 2 on here, which almost killed it, but since it survived that turn, it now has all of its health back. And now I can start using it for other effects, especially with the fact that this ability down here, that I'm circling around right now, means that whenever I attack, I can just take one of the counters that they put on it back off of it and gain some life off of it, so it's not bad. I explained sorceries earlier, that's these. These are instants. Imagine quick play spells in Magic. Or I mean in Yu-Gi-Oh! Except that you can use them during your opponent's turn from your hand as well. That's the only difference. Other than that, as long as you have the mana for these, you can play them. And right now I'm hanging on to these because these are more important than just killing a stupid 2/2 zombie token. Like that thing. Remember how I said this thing's a problem? Well, I could legitimately just blow it up right now. I could blow it up anytime I have 2 mana. Hi, Hapatra! Oh, it's nice to see you! I love Hapatra. Alright, so this thing has the ability... it does not have the ability to Death Touch. I'm wondering what... Oh, that's why, okay. This thing has a status known as Legendary. You can't control 2 of the same Legendary permanent by the same player at the same time. You only get to keep 1. So if I was ever to have a second copy of this show up, I could only have one of her out. There's a good reason for that. Her first ability says that whenever she deals combat damage to a player, I get to put a -1/-1 counter on a target creature. Yes, exactly. They're better than Quick Play. As long as you have mana. It's essentially like you mix Quick Play and trap cards. It's essentially a hand trap. Hand trap cards that are literally trap cards and that you use from your hand. They don't stick around. They don't stay on the field. They go away when they're used. But it's a trap card you use during your opponent's turn, as long as you have the ability to pay for it. Like this one is actually 2 colors of mana. I need a green and a black to play for this card. I scrolled over those in the wrong order, but I don't care. I'm a little tired. This creature is a human cleric. That matters only for some things. Anyway, whenever I put any -1/-1s on any creatures, I get to make a 1/1 green snake creature token that has the ability Death Touch. Death Touch, well, I guess I could just do this, but I'm not going to try to explain it. Any amount of damage dealt by something with a creature with Death Touch is enough to kill it. So, for example, if they have a 10/10 creature, just randomly, something that has 10 health, but it doesn't have trample or anything, or no protection, and I block it with a 1/1 with Death Touch, all 10 of that thing's attack power is going to my 1 health, so I'm taking 0 from that thing's attack to my face. My creature is taking all of it for me. Meanwhile, that 1 damage that thing does is enough to reduce the other guy's health to 0 and kill it off. You actually can summon the same legendary, but you have to sacrifice down to 1. And it's not even sacrifice, it's put in the graveyard. Because there are ways to prevent sacrificing, but there's no way to avoid the legendary rule. Now, that does not mean you can only control 1 legendary creature. I could literally put down 15 different legendary cards and have 15 different very powerful effects in the same place at the same time. But only one of them. But if I was to try to play the same card